Hey, it's Nay. Welcome back to Nay's Little Garden and Home. So, my MI Gardener package showed up. It's nothing crazy, but I want to talk about it as well as a little update on my most recent seed starting and a little garden chatter. So, grab you a drink, grab you a snack, and just drink a little bit of water right now. And let's jump right into it. So, I'm basically done with seeds starting for the most part. I might start a little thing here or there because I have updated. I went around and looked at all of, my plant starts. I'm going to go back and look again because obviously things are still popping up, and updated some more. But when it comes to basically most, like 95% of my tomatoes and peppers, I have what I need, truly. Some things might have to replace others, but it's fine, and that's okay. Actually, let me go ahead and grab that before we even talk about this. So I went around and counted up. I wrote all the names of the varieties I have started. Please, I just wrote them down. I wasn't trying to be super neat or anything. And then I put little dashes every time I saw the variety to see. So there are a few varieties in the tomatoes and a few varieties in the peppers. I have an excessive amount. I'm talking 7+, right? So let's go through that. I'm gonna even say 5+, because most of my tomatoes and peppers I only need 2, right? So Dad Sunset, Paul Robeson, Mortgage Lifter, the Gezanti, the Thorn Baron Terracotta, Amish Paste. Those all have 5 or more starts. The Mortgage Lifter have 7. Amish Paste, Thornburn Terracotta, and the Gezanti have 6. The Dad Sunset and the Paul Robeson have 5. And then there's a few that have 4 and 3. So, and the Mochi and Glacier, I started those later than everything else. So I have nothing for those, but I do have a feeling they're going to be just fine. I got those from Johnny's, so I do think they're going to pop up. I'm literally looking at the tray right now. I'm fairly certain they're going to pop up, so I'm not stressing it. For my peppers, I did insane numbers for some of these peppers. And when I'm saying that, you're like, oh, another 5 to 10. No, I'm talking about 10 to 15. So my Yellow Monster, my Marconi Red, and my Jimmy Nardello are in the 10+ category. Jimmy Nardello has 11, Yellow Monster has 12, the Marconi Red has 15. Yes, I'm not upset. These are all sweet peppers. So giving them away to, like, my mom needs some, planting some in my friend's property because I still have to buy the 5x3 for that. Put a pin in it. I do want to talk about, I did make a purchase for the last raised bed that I actually need because I plotted it for my garden. I've ordered it. So we're gonna put a pin in that. We're gonna talk about what I got. But so I'm not super concerned. These are sweet peppers. I can get them away, and I'm gonna go to a plant swap. So I will definitely be able to give a bunch of those as well. And I think I'm gonna put 1 or 2 in a green stalk just to see how she does for sugars and cakes. Then I do actually have quite a few in the 4 to 5 category. The Shishito, the Zabranch, the Sugar Rush Peach Bell, Arrows, Monkey Face, Jalapeno, Pizza My Heart, the Gosia de Oro. Those all have about 3 to 6 pepper starts. That's great. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 peppers, and I'll go back to tomatoes in a second, but I have 4 peppers that have 1 or none. That is where my eyes are on right now. That would be, so anything that has at least 2, I really only need 2, right? But the ones that have 1 or none right now, my eyes are all on them. That's the lipstick. I have nothing popped up for the lipstick. The Little Bites yellow. I'm waiting for those to pop up. That has nothing. The candy cane chocolate, that also was started a little late, so that still has nothing. And the pimento de dog and the chocolate hand grenade, those both only have one. I have zero intention. If nothing else pops up for the pimento de dog and the chocolate hand grenade, I'm gonna tell you right now, they're spicy peppers. One plant will be, it's fine. I prefer two, one will do just fine, and I'm gonna keep it moving with those. But the other ones, like the Little Bites yellow, the candy cane chocolate, and the lipstick, I'm gonna need those to get it together. I'm gonna need those to get it together heavy, because I need at least two of those, and that's it. But going back to the tomatoes, like I said, the mochi and the glacier have zero because they're still waiting to pop up. The Bonnie Best, guys, I started a second wave of those, so I'm thinking they're going to pop up. I'm really hoping, but I have one. How? I'm gonna go back and count. Like I said, I'm gonna keep doing that every week because things pop up and I uppotted. I want to make sure the uppotted stuff survive. But as of right now, I have one Bonnie Best and I need more of those without a doubt. Ice's Candy, I started those kind of late. Okay, see, so I had one pop up before for my Ice's Candy, and right here I have 1, 2, 3 the leaves are open, and then 4 it looks like it's gonna open. So I'm gonna go ahead and add a couple more dashes later on to this Ice's Candy, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. The Summer Sweet Gold, that is also something. So this entire tray is about a week, like 7 to 9 days old. So we are just getting some more sprouts. So the Summer Gold is actually is not a concern anymore. And then the Sleeping Lady has 0. Where are my Sleeping Ladies? Not on this tray. So that's just something I have to go look and see how I'm doing with that. But I would say I am having very good, out of all of these, that's a lot of tomatoes and peppers. So I'm happy. I got my order from M.I. Gardner. I said this in a video before. I went to go order the pots from the website. The name, guys, slow down for a minute. I'm moving too fast. Where it is? I went onto the Bootstrap Farmer website to order the pots. The Bootstrap Farmer shipping is almost $20. So I said absolutely not to that. I wanted like the color, like to pick a color for the pots. It's not that serious. Yeah, it's not that serious. And I think like the minimum to get free shipping, I think was like $200 or something. I don't need $200 worth of pots. So I got 2 sets of 9 and I paid little $6, $5 from M.I. Gardner for the shipping. So now I have 18 more of these pots. These pots I was saving for the stuff that's here because I have 0 interest in giving any away of these, and I think I have another couple 6 sales that I have to uppot. But I went ahead and got from Amazon their little 3.3 or whatever inch pots. This is something that I have no problems about giving away to others because for $90, I spent $26. I mean, for $26, I got 90 pieces. Oh my gosh. For 18 pieces, I spent the same amount of money. These are significantly more heavy duty. These will stay with me. These will go to other people. So a bunch of the leftover, I already used a bunch of them for like the other stuff. So then they can have this and that's fine. And I don't have to harp on people giving me back my pots. Nobody's getting these. That's not what I said. So that is great, fabulous, awesome. I have a lot of my 6 sales back. Not a lot, but you get what I'm saying. I'm getting a bunch of them back as I'm filling back up pots. And I think I'm going to go ahead and start maybe 2 more sales, not in this video, but about 2 more sales of a couple of things. I still have not started eggplants. Guys, I'm actually playing at this point with my eggplant life. I only want to start like 1 or 2 I'm going to start 2 little cells here of eggplant, put like 2 in each just to make sure they pop up. It's just like a smaller eggplant, and that's all I'm gonna do pertain to eggplant. The tomato and peppers, those little, I think it's like 5 varieties between the two or something, that I'm like, no, I can't play with that. I am gonna also go ahead and start just another 2 cells of each of those and keep it pushing. My Lesia peppers, I can now say I have 3 Lesia starts. Is that the amount I really wanted? Not really. I'm not starting anymore. At this point, the seeds, it's just too many for me to play around with. So let's get into what's here. My Paul Robeson and my Thornburn Terracotta. Looks like my Paul Robeson has 100% germination. My Thornburn Terracotta looks like it has, I'm not sure if I planted, I feel like I did a lot of 2 and 2 and 1 and 1. So I'm going to say it has about 50% germination, because look, there's 2 in every single tray for the Paul Robeson and only 1 in every single tray for the Thornburn Terracotta, but I'm not mad at that at all. The Mochi and the Glacier, so started late. There's nothing popped up there. My Cream of the Crop series has popped up. I did not plant a whole ton of these because they are very fresh seeds. So I'm going to go ahead and say I have about 90 to 100% germination with these. The Sparky XSL, which is extra shelf life, great. I have 4 going on here. And then the Tropical Sunset, I have 1 in each cell, so that's 3. That's also great. These are the ones that are gonna, I think, give me some really good harvest. And the other one I want to talk about too, I'm gonna skip right to that. Where are you? It is the, not here. Oh, it must be downstairs. Oh my goodness. The Burton's small ox heart. I'm so excited for that. I can't explain it to you. Anyway, so the next one is the Queen of the Night. Looks like I have like about 95% germination. Looks like only 1 didn't pop up, because I have 2 in 1 and 1 in 1. And then the the Royal Place, I have 1 in each cell, which might have been what I actually started. So that's a good number. So that's great. In about a week or 2, I'm gonna have to up-pot all of these. Some of these, like I have some Jimmy Nardellos. I have to look and see, because I might have to put it in my Amazon 3.3-inch pots, because I think I have enough Jimmy Nardellos. My Isis Candy, I was just telling you about, is starting to come up. And my Olive Shades Patio, I have 1 in each, which might be what I planted, because that was a newer cell, a newer seeds. So those look pretty good. Here, I don't even know if you could see. They have some popping up, but the leaves are not open, so I'm only half counting them. The Summer Sweet Gold, I'm excited for, as well as my Dwarf's Gloria Treat. The Summer Sweet Gold, I think I have 100% germination. I have 2 and 2 and 1 and 1. So I feel like that's 100% germination. My Dwarf's Gloria Treat is giving me a little bit more situation. I only have 2 and 1. Now, these are the Dwarf tomato from the Dwarf Tomato Project. So these are the ones that are going to be going into my grain stock. So however many I can manage to go, most of them are going to be in the green stock. My Amish paste and my Sun Gold looks good to me. I have 1 and 1 and 1, 1 and 2 and 2 and 1 for my Amish paste, and then 1 and 1 and 1 and 2 and 2 and 1 for my Sun Gold. I'm very excited for the Sun Gold. You see this? Like, this is out, but it's in the seed a little bit still, so I have to try to, as gently as possible, take that off. And then something that's older, so you're going to see a couple leaves on here. I need to up-pot this, is my Habanadas. I don't know if you remember me complaining about the Habanadas before. The Habanadas are popped up. Thank goodness. They were giving me problem. And then I had 4 cells of Lesia, and only 1 Lesia in 1 cell popped up. But she looks healthy. She looks good. So this is what we're working on. This is from February. And it's halfway through March, guys. So we're about 4 weeks out from this, and this is what we got. Peppers take a minute. I'm telling you guys. This is the last one of the peppers and tomatoes, and then I want to show you my strawberries, because a couple more have popped up in there. I have the Pizza My Heart in 4 cells, and 1 in each cell have popped up. I don't think this one in one of the cells is going to survive. I am getting better about the watering, but you know things happen every so often. And then Jimmy Nardello. 1 cell did not pop up at all, and then the other cell has 3. I really don't need any more Jimmy Nardellos though, so I'm gonna up-pot that into the Amazon ones so that I can give them away to anybody who wants them. This is my strawberries. And little by little, more and more are popping up. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's now 10 little strawberry start plants in here. And that's amazing. And if this is all that pops up out of like the 90 or 80 that I, from the little skins of the strawberry I planted in here, that's still really good, because that's 10 strawberry plants. I'm going to plant one on one and one, you know, one in each pocket of a green stalk as well, which is fire. I literally love this for me. So that's all I wanted to talk about in this video. Now let's talk about the raised bed. I bit the bullet and I went ahead and I purchased the Birdies raised bed. I'm not gonna lie, the price of those, we're gonna see what the quality is like. I'm not now. Let me put Birdie. Okay. The price is very intense. So I believe Botanical Interest, or whatever the one Kevin, the man who owns Epic Gardening / Botanical Interest, on one of those websites, they sell the Birdies raised bed, I believe. I did not purchase from there. I'm going to explain to you why. I am also not going to receive this raised bed for a hot minute because of this. I'm not mad at it though, because I'm going to start filling up these raised bed. What I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to be buying wood chips, let's say about 2 bags per 5 by 3 foot raised bed. And then after that, whatever sticks, we have to cut down some of the branches from one of my trees. I'm gonna put those, break them, like cut them out. Like we're gonna actually snap them to they're much smaller and put that in their base, and then we're gonna fill up the soil. I was told by one of the greenhouses near me last year, they're like, you bought so many. I have a favorite soil, but I bought so many of them and it was quite pricey. Just like, oh, we can do by like a truckload or half a truckload or something and deliver it to your house for you, and you're probably going to save a good amount of money. So I have to go and look into what that price is, because not only am I filling up 2 5 by 3 raised beds and a 3 by 2, whatever that wooden one was, I'm also going to need to top up all of the raised beds and grow bags that I already have. The soil is still, I mean, they're still quite new, so they're going to need to be topped up. So the one on Kevin's website is expensive. I'm talking almost $200, even with the 30% off right now. And I ended up coming across the Birdies, like the website for Birdies, and they are now shipping to America directly. So I guess they got like a warehouse or something in America. And so they were doing pre-orders. This order contains pre-ordered items. Stock arrives late April. So it's mid-March. I can wait a month and a half, because none of my warm weather crops are gonna go out until mid-May. You get what I'm saying? So it's really not that serious. I can calm down and I'll be just fine. And I got the large modular steel raised bed, 15 inches tall, in mist green, which is fabulous. I'm very excited for this, and I got it for $140, $138.50. That includes the shipping. The shipping was $20. I could make it make sense for that big of a raised bed, and we're gonna go into the dimensions of the raised bed, because it's a big product. Pots and spending $20 for you to ship those is so insane to me. And I'm not coming for them. I'm just saying, for my money, it just didn't make sense to me. Let's go large. I got the 15 inch. So they're going to be sold for about $250 for what I got. And I got it for $119. Yeah. So on the Kevin's website, they're going for $180, I believe, with the discount. Right. So the 15-inch 6-in-1 short, large modular steel raised garden bed is designed for gardeners who need the ideal depth to grow. Built from commercial grade zinc, aluminum, and magnesium coated steel with reinforced bracing and stainless steel hardware, it delivers exceptional durability and superior drainage for high yield growing. So it's 15 inches tall, which is great, right? You don't have to stack anything. Allows for one of 6 possible configurations. Road safety edge with clip-on protective trim, 5-year structural warranty, stainless steel hardware, whatever. And it comes in 3 colors. The slate gray, which I really could have gotten. It would have matched the cheaper one I got from Amazon, but it's fine. I wanted the green, so I got the green. The mist green and then the light clay color. When I ordered this about a week ago, it was like 22% purchased out. Now it's at 53%. So that's cool for them. That's very cool. Specifications. Here we go. So the available configurations are this. And this is why I bought it. I wanted a 5x3 raised bed. I couldn't manage to do so because the large one is going to fit the ones I'm going to tell you. The medium one was just like the large one is just over, the medium one is just under. So I'd rather be a little over than under. So the it's 6 foot by 2 foot, 7 foot by 2 foot, 4 foot by 3 foot, 6 foot by 3 foot, 4 foot by 4 foot, and 5 foot by 4 foot. Great. So I'm going to do the 5 foot by 4 foot. So it's going to be about 1 foot, right, more. Because I was doing a 5 foot by 3 foot. So I feel like that's okay. I'm going to end up, and my husband did actually, like I put together the 5 foot by 3 foot raised bed and already put it where I thought I was going to put it. I'm going to have to put it on the other side because where I have a bush that grows figs is, the 5 foot by 3 foot would have to go. So he's just gonna have to dig. He dug it to even out the floor, and he's gonna have to just dig a little bit more to fit that extra 4 foot, right? So 5 by 3, if it can fit 15 plants that need 1 entire square foot, a 5 by 4 is gonna be able to fit 20 plants, which is not a problem for me. Am I gonna do a ton more? Like, I don't know. Actually, I might go ahead and put one of like a couple of my dwarf tomatoes there and just see how they do because they're not going to need any crazy staking like that. So those would be on like the edges, maybe. So that's that. It says usage is ideal for vegetables, fruiting plants, root crops, and large growing layout. It's part of the Birdie's original raised garden bed collection. So for $140, I'm going to get a good sized raised bed. So that's very exciting. And that's that. And that's going on my property. I still technically would need to buy the other 5'3" raised bed, which I'll get off of Amazon to put on my friend's property. And that will be it. Everything else will just be the soil / I think I'm gonna also try a little bit of compost as well for some of my raised beds and grow bags and stuff. That's all I wanted to talk about today. Let me know how you're feeling. We're back to cooler temps, which is more on trend for what March should be, which is around the 40s today, but the sun is out. So the thing about spring is April showers bring May flowers, but the showers are starting in March as well. So it's okay. So we're getting on and off rain, which I think is also going to be good for the, the soil and stuff like that. So I like when I can just, it's not super sunny, but it's definitely much brighter today than it was the last, I want to say 2 days. It's been warm, but it was like a little darker because the sun was blocked by a lot of clouds. So let's talk in the comment section down below about raised beds, gardening, how are your starts looking, any and all of those things. And hopefully I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.